Hi everyone, Chris here with Leeloo. Thanks so much for hanging out and joining us today on our YouTube Live. Before we get started, just know that everything we talk about is for educational purposes only. And today we have back with us Elena. Elena, good to see you. What's going on?
Hi,
Hi
Chris.
everyone,
Hi,
Chris here
everyone.
with Leeloo. Thanks so much for
Great.
hanging
It's
out and
been
joining us. Sorry,
everything's going good.
sorry, we had a
Work.
little. Sorry, can you say that again? We had a little. I had the video playing on the background. So sorry, Elena. Let me introduce you again. Elena, thanks for being here. What's going on?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. It's been great here. Like I had a great week so far. Like outside of markets too. So everything great.
Awesome. Perfect. So good. So let's just take a few minutes here to talk about a few different things. So one of them is our landing page for sales. So if you want to get the latest information, be sure you go to our sales page. And so let me run that down real quick here. Let me see if I can. 1 second. Let's see if we can show that here. Okay, I'm not going to be able to show it, I don't think. Yep, I'm not going to be able to show it. So go to go.leelootrading.com/sales. I will leave that in the description also, and I'll share it here in the chat. But trust me, you want to go there for multiple reasons. One, that's where all of our promos and sales will be. Any flash sale, maybe a special promotion that we're doing it just for a small group of people, or whoever goes to our landing page, that's where that information is going to be. So be sure you check that out. And if you're one of the people watching right now, we'd love to say hello to you and hear from you. So if you just text in the chat and say hello, we'll love to say hello. Say hi to Elena. Say hi to myself. We'll love to say hello to you. So, Elena, we got the NQ here on the screen. Interesting day today. We saw a big push up. Everything's showing that it wants to go up. We've been kind of struggling here. Kind of we were talking before we got started. We were talking about how since I think back to even November. If you look
Yeah.
here, we've been on the low end on the NQ. This is NQ. We've been hitting that low at 20,668. So if we stay there and we haven't crossed that bottom, and since December 16th or right middle of December, we haven't made a new high at 22,447. So we've been in this sideways. I'm going to draw it up here. We've been in this sideways.
Range.
That's not T. Apparently, I don't know how to draw now. We've been in this range right here
Yeah.
for, let's see here.
Long time.
Yeah, a long time for sure. So we'll try it here. So this box right here, we've been in that box. And so you can see, I think everything's trying to push up. You know, you look at those wicks. If you read price action, you see those wicks there at the bottom. They're rejecting out of this price big time, and they're rejecting out of this area right here. So I'm going to draw this up a little bit, and I'm going to make a mess. I know. So, but if you see all this sideways right here, the overlap with that right here. So, oh, got to hit click. There we go. So you see how prices come into this former area that used to be our highs. Okay, so all that stuff right there used to be our highs. I don't know if I can. There we go. Right there. See all that sideways markets right there, all that going on. So price have gone past that. They broke through that, but now they keep retesting that and going back into it and getting some fuel. I like to call it fuel to keep going. So they if you see, there's not a lot of wicks up here, not a lot of rejection out of this area. So they tend to reject at the bottom. They come up and they hard push down. See, up and hard push down. So are we going to hard push down? Now, here we saw a little wick, just a little wick here. This is a pretty strong close. So do you think this is going to continue to push up, or do you think we're going to reject hard down like we've been doing for the last several weeks?
Anything can happen.
Spoken like a true trader. So absolutely, anything could happen. And so, looking at this
So,
candle today, sorry, today meaning Thursday. Now we're part of the Asian market. Now we're into Friday's market. Um, I just think that I think this is going to want to maybe push up. Do we have any news tomorrow, Elena?
tomorrow, I think we have the let me check, like core retail sales.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, so now, so kind of something interesting. Now, what we have several things going on, right? We have to sell the news, the regular news that we have, daily or every
yeah,
other day or a couple times a week. Then on top of that, we have, um, we got a new in the United States here. We elected a new president, and so President Trump, when he speaks, sometimes things move up and sometimes things move down. He's working on some tariffs with Canada, Mexico, China, China, right? And so a lot of stuff going on, and so that's kind of making things a little interested. So this is the NQ market right here, by the way. So
yeah.
and sorry, we just had somebody in the chat here ask what market it is. This is the NQ, and we're looking at this is daily. So let me. I forgot to mention that NQ daily here. So sorry, I always start my day with daily, and I work myself down. So I'm always like, yeah. So, anyways, oh, by the way, Elena, we have your number one fan in the house. Yeah, TX in the house. TX, what's going on? Hope
Hi,
you're
TX.
Hope you're doing well. TX, you never emailed us about your golf glove.
Yeah,
So you need to do that so we can get that golf glove to
yeah.
you. It's hard to say golf glove really fast. Golf glove, golf glove. So and then Elena's gonna sign it, right? Oh no, Elena's not gonna sign it. That's extra money, TX. That's extra.
From the
So
other part of the world.
so, but yeah, TX, get sure you send us an email so you can get your golf glove. So, please, please. So, cool. So, I just think, Elena, based on what I'm seeing, let me see if I see divergence here.
Yeah.
Let me put
We
this.
also,
Yep, go
yeah,
ahead. So, go ahead.
sorry. We also didn't mention like we are in the middle of earnings season.
Yep,
So that's why like big companies they were reporting revenues and earning per share and the future outlook. So there can there were mixed revenues and like heavily influences the Nasdaq, especially the big tech giants. So plus the news, like you said,
yeah.
plus the reports, the other reports. So we are still waiting on the direction maybe and more confirmation.
Yep, for sure. And so you keep up with the reports a little better than I do. What are you seeing? What is the sentiment out there?
Well, it is a mix, like it's more toward the upside, but the reports on the companies have been a little bit mixed. So it's all uncertain for me. It's like I said, anything can happen. So I'm still waiting for more days for the price to how it's to develop a bit more.
Hmm. Okay, yeah.
But
So
yeah,
to kind of to react to
there are
it.
too many factors here. So
Yeah, yeah, no, and that's I like how you're thinking through the process, Elena. A lot of times we walk through the process, we talk out loud, and you see how you sound, and I mean this in a very positive way. You sound, uh, it's gonna sound bad, okay? So hear me out. You sound confused. You sound
Mhm.
like you don't know what's happening, what's gonna happen. That
Yeah,
tells you
well,
what exactly the answer. It's like you're right. We are confused. The market is confused. The
mhm.
market is just hanging out. We don't know what's going to happen. There's no clear direction. And so a lot of times and I say we, I'm talking about myself. A lot of times I would say the same thing you're saying, but then I would talk myself into a direction. Like, oh no, 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 it's clearly moving up. or no, it's clearly moving down.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do that when it's really
Mhm.
not, right? So if you see the screen here, and let me bring it tight. This is the ES. Each candle is daily, so this is a daily ES chart. You can see here that from this time frame here, this is, goes back to even October. So from October
Mhm.
to current day February, the lows that we have gone on the ES has been 57.93, and the high was only 1 day there in December, early December, December 6th. So we've only been on this range for several months. And so we haven't broke out of this range. And when you can see prices go down, you see that they're going down to this sideways, all this previous highs down here, and they're rejecting hard out of those areas. You can see the wicks. So if you know about price action, you understand that those wiki there, that's rejection, they're rejecting out of that price, and they're pushing hard out of that price. We see that same pushment here out of this price level here. And so we see this move right here, for example, this one that started here. I lined it up here. So this move that started on the 3rd of February, so 10 days ago, we saw a retracement to about 66%, 58%. And so, and now we're seeing the move back into that. So the question is, are they going to be able to break through this sideways market here? I'm going to draw it up in blue. And again, those who are joining us, this is the ES. And so I'm going to draw this up here. So can we break out of this area right here? So, oops, I forgot to click. There we go. So we got to click, get out of this area here. So if you know anything about support and resistance, right, this just, you don't have to know anything else, just basic price action and support resistance. This tells you, and you can clearly see that we're stuck. I'm going to even move this back a little bit here. We're stuck in between these two blue boxes there, Elena, right? We're bouncing between here, this price here, and there. So the question is, this is a strong finish
Range.
from yesterday, Thursday. I'm sorry, go ahead, Elena.
No, I'm sorry, like it's a big range.
Yeah, it's a wide
Sideways.
range. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No, yeah. So that's another thing is don't. We're looking at daily, so for sure, there's a lot of money to be made and great trading going on. But if you're more big picture or you just want a more clear direction out of the market, you're kind of waiting for that move to happen. But we've been in this area for quite a bit. We're bouncing out of those two big support and resistance areas. So I'm interested to see what happens today, meaning today, meaning going to the Friday market. Are we going to do a hard push down? Because if you see, every time we come into this area, it's been a hard push down dramatically. So again, this is daily, and going back to the NQ. So today, for example, Thursday, we did not break we broke the previous swing high here. We didn't break the second previous swing high. So going in NQ, we broke the previous swing high for both. So now we have some divergence going on. Okay, so we see the divergence going on the ES because they broke that and that, but the NQ did not break this move here. Sorry, the NQ did, but the ES did not. And so that gives me some divergence that I think we're going to see a push down before we go back up. So, and I don't know if you're familiar with divergence, Elena, or do you do anything like that?
Mm, I do, yeah, I do watch the indexes when they're like correlated. It's like for me, it's higher chance to follow through than when they're not correlated.
Correlate. Got it. Yeah. So you see the big difference right there. Oh,
Yeah,
it would be better if I picked the right one. So
yeah, there is.
yeah. So I see, as I call it, the gator. See the mouth. It's not as wide
Mhm.
open. It's not as obvious.
Yeah.
It's not like that, but it's definitely up. See how that's an up.
Mhm.
So that's back in the 22nd here, and that's the 31st. Where's the 22nd? There's the 22nd right there. So still probably even more dramatic actually. So I'm still seeing a little divergence there. So on a daily, I think on the big picture of things, I would probably expect this to go and reject out of this and see a pullback. So let's say if we were to bring this back here in the fib, so this last move here started, let's say right there, I'm marking right here, And so let's say I finish right there. If we see a pullback, maybe we'll see a pullback into this area right at 50 to 66%. Could be before maybe they go and make a new high. So maybe we see some sort of pullback today. So I see someone wrote on the chat, and let's see what they said here. They said, I think he will continue to race with all his strength. So UFX says he thinks it's going to continue to go up, which for sure I think that's a very strong possibility based on this one candle from Thursday, Elena. So what kind of style do you do, Elena? What do you do for trading? What do you look for? What are the things you focus on?
Well, like I said, I'm doing scalping, like, but with the trend, let's say during the day, like earlier I was doing when I'm trying to find my style, it was like how to say, like contrarian, but now I just joined the move, so I just look for support in a uptrend. So that's pretty much, and scalp for like I'm not like how to say, like holding trades for a long time. It's like minutes, not even an hour. So mostly scalping.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let's go to
Uh,
the smaller scale here. So this is daily. Let's go to a let's say hourly. So let's look at the hourly candles here. So now this is hourly. It's a little messy here, so let me clean this up a little bit here. There we go. So I'm gonna clean this up for us a little bit. Sorry, it's so messy. All right, so you can see here, this is each candle now. This is the ES. Each candle here represents 1 hour. So I'm gonna do the same thing here on the NQ. So now the NQ, I'm gonna spread this out a little bit here. I'm gonna get rid of this to make it cleaner for you guys here. No point in having that for you guys there. Okay, so NQ is the sheet, and you can see we're in that yellow area. We just pointed out in the overlap when going to that blue area. So so you can see here. Let's say this started February 12th, so this is from yesterday. Here's the original move here. So let's look at how that has developed. So I'm going to put the fib here right at the bottom all the way to the top, so where we finished today. And usually what I look at is about a 50 to 66% retracement. So I like to
yeah,
use the third. So 33%, 66% is kind of the thing. So I use 33, 50, and 66. And so it kind of makes sense if we see a 50 retracement. See a 50 with all this side traffic right there. So I'm going to draw that blue here. So you see all that traffic right there in that area. Oh, I forgot to click. So I would expect potentially price to do a pullback. And if they do a pullback, I would expect to bounce out of this area here around, again, on the NQ, right around that 21,716, around that 21,870. So within about 100-point range there, it makes sense to do some sort of pullback, potentially getting some more fuel there to maybe go and break a new high. So what are your thoughts in here? This is, again, hourly on the NQ.
yeah. I also use the like moving averages in my case,
Yeah.
just to plus well, yours is cleaner, but plus I use the VWAP, like standard deviations,
Mm-hmm.
but that's like for the smaller time frames. But for the big picture, yeah, it's mostly to find support and resistance, just like you described.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually use the Fibonacci, but uh,
Well,
maybe I
I'll
can
remove the yes for
implement
you.
them.
Yeah, no, I don't use it. I use it more as once I draw everything out for me, I
Mhm.
use it more like a confirmation. Like see how
Ah,
we drew this out. Well, I usually would draw this out first. And once I draw it out, then I'll kind of bring that up to kind of help me to say, oh, that kind of lines up with everything I just thought about. And
yeah.
so that kind of helps me to see, okay, should I look for the short here? Should I look for a long? So here I'm looking for longs in a couple spots here. So I'm gonna draw this out for you, for example, here. So I'm looking for a long around here, around here. So those are two spots of interest
Yeah.
for me. So let me just clean this up a little bit here. So I'm looking at those spots for price to potentially, if they do come down,
Pullback.
to do a little pullback. Can I get the red arrow here? To come in here and then what is that? Let's see. Arrow line is Control F2, Control F2. There we go. So and do a rejection here, or they may hesitate here, come back down, and then do a pullback there. That's kind of what two options that I'm looking at. So I'm going to be tight on my stops there if I'm looking for that trade, and see if that it would place that. And going back to the fib, so I'm going to bring the fib here. It lines up with that 50 lines up a little better than that one. See, that's not enough of a pullback rather.
Maybe
So
deeper one better.
yeah, so that 50, that's more aligned with kind of what I'm looking at. So I'll feel comfortable more in that zone price coming into that
Yeah,
in that
I
area.
agree.
So UFX says, what about gold? I don't, great question. I don't trade gold. Not that I can't. I really haven't never really got to know that personality. Elena, do you trade
Yeah.
gold?
I tried many times, but no, I can't with gold.
Gotcha. Yeah, I need to check it out. I just haven't never got into it. Never even looked at it, I think. So, but something I definitely will look into that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like a different kind of, I don't know, different personality, totally different than the indexes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And just like anything else, if you know how to trade the markets, you can trade any market. You just have to know the personality of that market you're going to trade.
Yeah.
So, it's like if you know how to play golf, you can play golf at any golf course. But the more you practice at certain golf courses, you're going to know that golf
Mhm.
course better. So, you know where everything
I
is and,
agree.
things to avoid. So, perfect. Awesome. Okay. Well, I am interested to see what happens. Let's keep a track on that. And here, before we go off, I want to see here what the fib shows. So let's say that retracement here. Let's say if this is the move here. Let's see what that takes us at 66%. See, I think they may even come a little lower. They could definitely go here, but let me move this back here. Yeah, see, everything's just kind of showing me here. So to me, personally, it's let's see if I can draw it up here. It's around this mark right here. So I'm looking for a trade around that ballpark here. So let me delete all this, try to keep it a little cleaner. So that's kind of what I'm looking at is that area there. Oops. Let's see here. Where's that color? Why is that color like that? All right. Well, so I'm looking to see if price comes into this area here. Tomorrow, I could see a potential bounce out of this area here. So let's see if I can draw it up. There we go. Around this area, retesting the previous highs. But I do think this is most likely. So write this down. So 60.64 through 60.74, let's say, around that area. That's my call. And NQ will say 21.789 to 21.829. So can you remember that, Elena?
Yeah.
We'll go back
It's
and look at it. So we'll go
it's
back to
yeah.
see if it goes into that area. But I will be very interested to see that go into that area on the big picture there on the NQ 60 minutes and ES 60 minutes there. So awesome, guys. Well, before we sign off here, Elena, I'll let you say anything else you want to say. And let me ask the group, see if they have any questions before we sign off.
Yeah, I was checking if there is questions.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback or your thoughts also. If you have any questions about this or maybe anything about Leeloo trading in general, we'd love to answer those questions as well.
Yeah.
The best we can here. So we'll give you about a minute here if you have any questions. And while you're listening and watching, we'd love for you to hit that like button. If you haven't heard about our latest sale, let me tell you that right now. We have a website dedicated just for our sales, and you're going to want to go there right now. I'm telling you why. There's something special there that we're not announcing it anywhere else. It's only available on that website. And so you got to go there to find out what that is. And then if you go there and find out, you'll be very surprised. So be sure you check it out in full. TX says thank you both. Have a good night. TX, thank you so much.
Thank
You
you.
too. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good night too.
Yeah. So Elena, I know it's late over there, so let's see. Sergio Solis says, it's nice to see a prop CEO or firm be involved in the Twitter trading drama. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Do you know anything about that?
No, to be honest, no.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we know anything about that. Oh, not B. Gotcha. Okay. Maybe that's why we don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
So I do have a Twitter page, or now it's called X, but I don't get involved with, to Sergio's point, any drama. So listen, and I know that Elena will back this up. We are here to serve traders, and we are okay with competition. In fact, I personally love competition. I think it's healthy to have competition, and I think it's totally okay for you to trade at other companies as well. That's totally cool. So I don't think that it's either or. I think it's okay. And we focus Leeloo, we just focus on the trader and be sure that we innovate, and then we provide a good product. And so, and if you are learning and you're growing as a trader, that's who we want. If you have grown and you've become better and a better trader, we want to start introducing you to specific accounts that is not available to the public, because our ultimate goal is to get the good traders to be copy traded, that we need to copy trade those traders. And so we don't want you to be just in the same cycle as people that are learning how to trade. We want to move you up in the chain. And the way you move up is into certain accounts that we have that are not available to the public, that we will reach out to you about. And eventually our goal is to get you to be copy traded. And so that's a win-win for all of us. We have several people on the copy accounts, and they're there because they earned their way there. And it's they're trading from LA to California to North Carolina, and some around the world. So anyways, but yeah, Sergio, so thanks for that shout out, that we're not involved in that Twitter trading drama there. So we're more focused on you guys, and so and understanding how we can continue to improve. I know we're not perfect, and I'll be the first to say that, but we are always thriving to be better at everything we do. So, but anyway, so good point, and thank you for the shout out. So, anything else, Elena, on your end?
No, well, thank you everyone for being here, for the comments, for the questions and the support. And we are always here for you. Just send us email and we will help you out. We are always here, willing to help. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, guys, if you have any questions, email support at leelootrain.com. Have a great day. Happy Thursday. And hey, happy Valentine's Day going in a few hours. So, happy Valentine's Day to you, Elena.
Thank you to you too.